For the following exercises, use the graphs of f shown in figure 4 and g shown in figure 5 to evaluate the expressions. Okay, so we got two graphs here. We got the f graph on the left, and we have the g graph on the right. And then we have four expressions that we have to work through from the graphs. This is easy peasy, and you know why? We got the tips and tricks down on the left-hand side. Oh, that kind of rhymed. But anyway, we got tips and tricks for you so that you guys know how to do this the easiest way. Okay, so let's go for the first one. F of 5. Remember, with composite functions, you always work from inner to outer. So you need to find out where the x value is, which is usually going to be a number, for the inner function. The inner one is the most inside the parentheses. So the function inside the parentheses is f of 5. So I'm going to start from there. F of 5 equals. The x value is always the one that is in between the parentheses. So this is an x value. The answer that you're going to get is always going to be a y value. All right? So just know that they said f of x here. F of x is just a fancy way of saying y, the y-axis. So don't worry about that. Okay, so now let's go to the f graph, which is this one. And we got to go where x equals 5. The x-axis is this axis. 5 is right here. I have to go up to the graph. Boop. And what is the corresponding y value? Well, the corresponding y value was 1. So the first part answer is 1. Now we're ready to pull in the outer function. The outer function was an f again. But now what's going to be in these parentheses? Oh, it's the answer from before. So you always like piggyback off of your answer. So now we do f of 1. And since now this is in the parentheses, you're going to use that new value for x for the outer function and figure out what the y is. So this is now your new x. It says the f function. So I go over here. But now we're doing x equals 1. I got to shoot all the way up. What's the corresponding y value? Oh, it's 3. And that is the answer to this first one. It's as simple as that, guys. What do you think? Just always know that you got to work from inner to outer. Okay, let's try again for here. Inner is f of 4. So f of 4, this is in parentheses, so I know that that has to be a x value. The f graph is over here. 4 is right here, but it hits the graph already, so I know that the corresponding y value is 0. So the first answer would be 0. Now we're ready to move to the outer function. So that's f of, it's the answer that you got, f of 0. So now we do the same thing, but now this would be my x value. I still have to use this graph because it's f, but now my x is 0. I got to go all the way up. Boop. What's the y value? 4. And there you go. That's your answer. So this would be 4. Halfway there. G of 2. Inner function is g of 2. So now we're on the g function. 2 is your x value. So here is x of 2. Oh, it hits the graph already. So what y value is that? 0. And now we plug in the outer function, and the outer function was g. So g of now, 0. Okay, still got to use this graph because it's g. 0 is right here. Okay, got to go all the way up. Boom. What's the y value? 2. And that's the answer for this one. Not bad. Last but not least, g of 0. Inner function is g of 0. So g, the 0 is the x-axis. Well, the x coordinate, right? The 0 part. So that's right here. Okay, got to go all the way up. Boom. What's the y? 2. So that answers the first part. The outer function is still g. But now what's going in my parentheses? The 2. And now you treat this as an x value. So the g function, x is 2. What's the corresponding y? Boom, 0. There you go. And those are all of your 4 answers. Simple as that, guys. What do you think? I thought it was pretty easy, but let me know in the comments. Yeah, we love to work with the graphs because, 1, graphs are great, but they're also super easy. You don't really have to do any calculations for this, at least. So we love graphs. So bring on the graphs. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe if you like. That'll help the channel out. Like the video if it helped you. Tell me, what you thought in the comments, and tell all your friends. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next lesson. Have a great day.